Hello, welcome to this video. Now, this video is all about a solution that my practice absolutely loves, and it has a huge integration with QuickBooks. Now, when they first announced that integration with QuickBooks, I was so excited I verbally yelped during a conference. And that is a solution called Gocardless, which integrates perfectly with QuickBooks. Now, what is Gocardless? Well, think about a direct debit solution which simplifies everything. As a small business, if you've ever thought about go down the direct debit solution, which is the ability that you can basically ask your client's bank to pay you some money, then if you go down the traditional route and go through your bank, for example, there is a lot of rigmarole to go through. And there's lots of money you have to pay and there's securities you have to put in place. Basically, it's not a very attractive way of doing it for a small business. Then Gocardless came to the scene and basically made it so that a direct debit solution can be accessible to all types of business. And I promise you, it's one of the most important things. What it makes sure is you're getting quality cash flow coming into your business with a lot of automation. And it's an absolute dream to use. Our practice has gone from strength to strength thanks to this solution. And this video is all about making sure that you've got everything you need to make the most out of it as well. So my name is Aaron Patrick. We're going to go and look exactly why Gocardless and QuickBooks is an absolute match made in heaven. Hello, my name is Aaron Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer with a fancy new logo, that QuickBooks Chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Boffix, and also your friendly podcast host, which goes live 8:30 AM every morning with Ask the Accountant. Now, today's video is a really important one because actually it's a big secret in how our business has been able to go from strength to strength. Because what we've been able to do is heavily rely on the cash flow coming in. And if you talk to anyone about business, if you can get a positive cash flow and you can make sure that your cash flow is constantly churning over and you have confidence that each month a certain amount of money is going to come in, it gives you an opportunity to grow your business because then you can use that money as a really good opportunity to think about budgeting and move it forward from there. So what we are looking at today is a solution called Gocardless. And if I tell you exactly how it works for our business, you'll understand why it's so important. So a new client comes along, we go through the normal rigmarole of getting them signed up, setting them all up, onboarding them, etc, etc. One key thing though that we state is that they have to sign up to our solution called Gocardless so that we can charge them accordingly. Now with Gocardless, what we do is we send them an invite, they accept that invite, and they put their bank details into the invite for Gocardless. Then, crucially, what happens is that when we raise them a sales invoice each and every month, then that sales invoice automatically gets generated using QuickBooks Online, automatically tells Gocardless that we've got an invoice and how much is due, and then Gocardless automatically goes and collects the money directly from the client. So suddenly on our business, we're able to automate 100% our whole income solution. What that means is we're able to have confidence that each month QuickBooks is going to generate all our invoices, and each month Gocardless is going to collect that money on our behalf. So Gocardless is the secret to all of this, and that's what we're going to talk about today. First of all, let's go and have a look at Gocardless itself and see exactly how it works. Okay, so welcome to this screen here. This is Gocardless. Now, you can see here that it's just telling me how much money is pending, how much money is collected, and when I last got a payout and what that payout was. Now, this is a kind of a demo account that we've got here, so these aren't real numbers, but it gives you an indication of what to expect. And if I want to add a new customer, it's dead straightforward. Top right hand corner, I can just go through. I can add a customer on maybe a one-off payment. So I can create a new one-off payment. So the customer could see this, see what they're going to do, and you even get to see what the customer sees. So you can start setting this up as an instant one-off payment for those sort of ones. That, to me, there's other solutions out there that does that really well, but it is an option that's there. What's really exciting though is this whole add new and start thinking about mandates and subscriptions. So for example here, I could have an opportunity to copy this link, and when the client grabs the link like this, they're going to see the opportunity for to set up a new direct debit with my accountancy firm. From there, they give their first name, last name, email address and billing address, and they put in their information. What happens then is that client is then appearing within my area of Gocardless. And then I'm able to either set up subscriptions with them or be able to do one-off ad hoc payments as and when I need to. Now, that works really well. And because it's a direct debit, then once the client's given you consent, you then, in theory, have the ability to be able to collect as much or as little as you need from that particular client. So you're in control at that point. And it's really clever as well, because if, for example, the client, you try and ask for £100, for example, and for whatever reason that money gets declined, well, Gocardless is clever enough to then start trying to collect that again in a few days' time. And you can set all of those parameters so that you can, again, be confident that money will eventually appear in your bank account. It collects the money, takes off the relevant fees, and then deposits it automatically into your bank. So it makes it really straightforward. And again, for our practice, our main practice, Boffix, what we do is we let QuickBooks automatically generate the invoices, automatically send them out to clients, and then QuickBooks will tell Gocardless to automatically collect all that money. So straight away, I know that confidently that each and every month, when our invoice date comes along, it's automatically going to be collected. I get told if there's any failings or any issues or any problems, which I can deal with through debt management. But then I know I've got confidence that the rest of it is just going to be deposited in my bank without any problems whatsoever. And for me, that's the secret sauce. So let's jump into QuickBooks and see exactly how it interacts with it. If I go into the sales section and overview, it does actually start asking you to start accepting direct debits in the top right hand corner. So it's going to work with you and it's going to actually make sure that you can set it up correctly. Once you've set up though, you get a whole extra area under all lists, and you get this new list called direct debit mandates. And the idea here is you have an option at the top right hand corner to interact with Gocardless and bring in the mandates you already have. What is also really clever is if I was to go and create a brand new invoice from scratch and I just picked a random client, then you'll notice that you have the opportunity to ask customer to use direct debit. And you click this little button and it's going to send them an opportunity to sign up with a direct debit directly within QuickBooks. And it's really powerful when you do it this way, because then as soon as they've accepted, it automatically links that customer with this direct debit. And once they're all set up, you get so much opportunities then, because when I go and create that new invoice, I have the option at the top here to let customers make payments with currently PayPal. And I also have the option to use direct debit below here. And what that will do is that'll interact with the due date just there, and it will take the money based on when that due date is going to be. So I can send an invoice out. As long as the direct debit's all set up to that customer, then as soon as I press save and send, that information gets sent to Gocardless and it will automatically trigger the fact that it wants to start generating and collecting that direct debit. And what makes this really powerful is this make recurring option just here, because I can make recurring. I can choose a customer, go through, and on the make recurring, I can use the direct debit option just there. So it interacts perfectly. Furthermore, once Gocardless has done its cleverness by collecting the money based on the invoice that you've generated, not only that, but it will tell QuickBooks how much money is due to be paid in the bank account. So that when that money appears in the bank account, it's going to automatically deal with all the fees and everything else for you and automatically mark all the ones that it's collected as paid. That means from your point of view, all of the administration with collecting that money is all going to be dealt with properly. And I promise you, it starts thinking about the way that you generate your business, because if you can start relying on solutions like this, it means you have a scalable way of being able to bring that positive cash flow into your business. And I absolutely love it for that. For me, Gocardless has completely changed the way that we actually interact with our clients and have opportunities to be able to collect money off them. And it really does show how important it is for you and your business to be able to grow in this way. And I absolutely love this solution. I think this is an opportunity for businesses to really go and start growing. And I think more people need to know about how wonderful this connection actually is. So that's Gocardless in QuickBooks, an absolute match made in heaven. Just think back to exactly how that works in principle. That means that every month, QuickBooks is automatically generating the invoices. Every month, QuickBooks is telling Gocardless how much money needs to be generated. Every month, Gocardless is going out to all the individual clients and collecting that money. And every month, that money is being deposited in my bank account. And at that point in time, it's telling QuickBooks all been deposited and who's paid and who hasn't. It's magical. And if you get it absolutely right and to the point where we've just said there, then you really do have a scalable model for you and your business. But what do you think? Have you ever used Gocardless Pro? Let us know below. Have you had any problems with it? That'd be really interesting to know. We were actually lucky enough to see Gocardless at one of the latest conventions, which was one of the reasons why I went and did this particular video, as a reminder, actually, of all the software we use within our business. This one is so important and so fundamental to our business and the growth that it brings. So that is it. Let us know in the comments below if you are using Gocardless and how you think of it. Do you think that it's working well for you? Is there any way in which QuickBooks can improve the integration with Gocardless? For me, this is one of the deeper integrations that QuickBooks has. I know that actually, if you go over to the Zero Land, they have it in a slightly different way. And they actually have a feature where as soon as you add a new customer, it will automatically send out that Gocardless link, which to me sounds absolutely amazing. And that's definitely something we would love to see over here at QuickBooks. But what about you? Do you like Gocardless or not? I'm really interested to know in the comments below. My name has been Aaron Patrick. Hopefully this video has been useful for you. If it has, don't forget to use that like, subscribe and all that sort of stuff, because with you guys supporting the channel means that we can have even more great content coming your way. So I'm now going to go off and play around with Gocardless a little bit more. So I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.